Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another top 10 video. I was hesitating to do this one because I thought to myself, surely I've already done a top 10 Catwoman collectibles. I mean, I must have done, but I think I'm actually thinking of the time I did a top 10 female figure countdown, which included, obviously you've got your Hot Toys, Wonder Woman's Harley Quinn, who else we got female wise? Just Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, and obviously a lot of Catwoman. Gosh, I tell you, moving that Prime 1 piece over onto the desk here, which I don't want to keep there very long because it's so heavy. I'm worried that it's going to put nasty indentations in the leather on the desk here, but I'm pretty sure that's a lot of Catwoman. I'm pretty sure that's everything. I've double checked. There's always something else. You think you've found everything and then you realize, whoops, there's one more thing. But I think that's it. I think that's everything. Okay, so let's just take a look at them all here before I get started on the top 10. I haven't got a clue who's going to be number one or any of that stuff just yet. I haven't even thought about it. So I will just shoot this little intro for you. So there's quite a few pieces. I was wondering whether I should include like custom kit bash figures like this one. Obviously there's a lot of Sideshow Collectibles parts used here, but the body's different, the boots are different, lots of stuff is different. Heads have been totally repainted. So I probably will include it because it just makes things a little bit more easy. And you've got these little guys here. You've got the awesome Catwoman on the bike. So there you go. That is all my Catwoman stuff. The Prime 1 piece is absolutely incredible. But there they are. That's them all together. The NECA quarter scale Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman is not to be underestimated by any, it's a really, really good piece. So I'm curious, man. I want to see where we go with this top 10. Alright, let's get started. Well, he says let's get started. I have to turn the camera off now and actually sit with a pen and paper and trying to figure out what... Let's see, hang on. Let's actually count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think that's all of them. 20. So... it's a top 10, so 10 of these aren't even going to be in the list, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that, but that's the video. It should be fun for you to watch. Let's get started. Alright, at number 10 we have the DC Collectibles Gotham City Garage Catwoman, and obviously she comes with her bike, which is huge. And she has some really cool tattoos. I've already reviewed this on the channel and did a showcase video with lots of photography with backgrounds of the desert road and stuff, so you can go ahead and check that out on the channel. And yeah, I had to put her in the top 10. It's just, I mean, I love the Catwoman on the petrol tank and just all the details, the scratches there, and I mean the tattoo itself, I mean, it's just really, really well done. The skin texture is really good. Let me just hit the brightness here, turn that down a bit. You can get a sense of the cool kind of, and you can see her eye inside the goggles there. Really, really beautiful statue. Very, very nice. And you got the cat paw on the other side. Wheels, very awesome. You got these chains. You can put them wherever you want. And it's just a very, very impressive looking piece. And don't forget, you've also got her helmet, which you can just put on the bike. Pretty much, I always just put it on the back saddle there, but even that's detailed. Look at that. Everything is just freaking awesome. Alright. Nice sandy kind of base as well. I need to fix that little tiny chip. Will say, this statue is impossible to keep in mint condition. I think mine came with an ear missing on this bit, because it wasn't in the box. I didn't do it, because I've never bashed into this or anything like that, but that's a real pain in the butt, that little fact that there's an ear missing there. I mean, I don't know if this couldn't be on purpose. Why would it look like that? Anyway, it's very hard to keep this figure in mint condition. I've tried my best, but it is what it is. There she is at number 10. The Gotham City Garage Catwoman on her motorcycle. Very nice. It is very impressive. Gotta be in the top 10. Come on, you kidding me? Look at this thing. Let's look at the dials before we go. Check those out. Ooh, nice. At number 9, I got the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Dark Knight Rises Selina Kyle Catwoman. And Hot Toys did a really good job with this figure. I won't show too much of it now because I've already filmed this figure to death on the channel. Check out the review, and especially check out the pose session videos I've done. There have been numerous videos like that. This figure is all stock. I've never changed out the body to a Firesin or TB League body. It's always been, anytime you've ever seen this in a pose video or photography session video, it's always been a completely stock figure by Hot Toys. So one of the few occasions where you'd look at this and you think surely the posability isn't that great, especially in the legs and the waist, given the way the suit's designed, but you would be amazed at the kind of poses I've been able to put this thing in. It's really well designed, but I've already covered that on the channel in the review, so check her out on the channel if you haven't done. Those of you that know me well, you've already seen those videos. So there she is, a number 9, and rightly so. She had to be in the top 10. She could have even been higher, there's no doubt about it. Could have been top 5 easy. But yeah, there she is. Highly recommended. People ask about how the suit's holding up. So far, so good. And I've had her since day one, and I've put her in all kinds of crazy poses, as you know, you've seen already. So yep, seems to be a really good one. I mean, look at her, she looks absolutely stunning. There she is, number 9. At number 8, we have the DC Collectibles Covergirl Catwoman statue, and absolutely stunning piece it is. I only wish it was bigger, but it's big enough, it'll do the job. But the sculpt is absolute perfection. The expression on the face, the slight, just the little poses in the leg and stuff, it's really subtle. But any way you turn this, it looks absolutely amazing. Again, I've already reviewed this and did a little photography session on the channel, so you can check it out if you wish. But the curves are in all the right places, the wrinkles are in all the right places. I mean, look at this, look at the detail on the back here. It's just a beautiful sculpt. It's absolutely incredible. Definitely one of my favorites. No way this was not going to make it into the top 10. Whenever I do look at this piece, I always just think that is absolutely stunning. It's just beautiful. And it's not jet black, it's kind of like this charcoal, very, very dark charcoal grey maybe, or, well, I guess you just got to call it black. I mean, the light is shining straight on it right now, but it isn't as black as you would think from the actual artwork on the box. And let's just see, there's some other figures you can get from the line there. Oh, Black Canary, she's cool. I know her from the Injustice games. And here are the names of the artists involved: Stanley Lau and Jack Matthews. So there it is, man. Let me just give you a close-up on the face. Look at that. How green the eyes are, the eyelashes, lipstick, the sort of blusher on the cheek area. Everything is absolutely perfect. Really, really, really impressive. Just every inch of it is absolute perfection. Love it. Absolutely stunning piece. Yep, there it is at number 8. Had to be in the top 10. You kidding me? Look at this thing. Absolutely stunning. Number 8, the DC Collectibles Covergirl's Catwoman statue. At number 7, we have the Kotobukiya Catwoman statue. It's quite small. Or is it Kotobukiya and Artifacts, or is that the same thing? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember all the names involved with everyone who makes these. But it's absolutely stunning. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love the paint job on the face. Eyes nice and green, just the way they should be. Lips are done really well. Hair looks good. Outfit looks spectacular. And the pose is amazing. The wrinkles in her cat suit. Just look down the center of her back between the shoulder blades. That's such a cat-like pose. Absolutely nailed that. And it's a little bit weird trying to figure out how, because she kind of just, there's a hole and there's a little metal rod coming out of this foot, and that just goes into the base, and then she's secure on that, and you can turn her around and stuff. So I'm always trying to find the right position to get the foot to rest on there as well. There you go. But then if you do that, this hand barely touches the edge there, so it's a bit of a weird one. Could have just made this square base a little bit bigger, and that would have solved that, but still, it's an absolutely stunning piece. I had to put this in the top 10. It's small again, and I always wish, when it comes to these amazing little statues, I just wish they were a little bit bigger, but it's fine. It's easy to display, at least, doesn't take up much space. And there she is, number 7. At number 6, we have the tweeter-haired Catwoman statue, and this is obviously Michelle Pfeiffer from 1992's Batman Returns movie. And to date, I think this is the best Michelle Pfeiffer representation in a figurine, figure, statue, bust, whatever the case may be. I think this is just absolute perfection. The pose is amazing. The base is amazing. You've seen me use this base that it came with many times with Batman photography sessions and other Catwoman videos. This is an essential piece. I don't know how easy it is to get these days. It might be quite rare, but it's just absolutely fantastic. So I'll just turn her around a little bit and you can get a look at the pose. I mean, they got her proportions, her size absolutely dead on. I mean, she did look very, very thin in Batman Returns. Not unhealthily so, but I mean, she obviously did what she needed to do to fit into this suit, and God, it did not look comfortable. I mean, I'm sure she said that in the special features or the behind the scenes stuff, that this was probably a nightmare to wear and she must have worn it for hours and hours on end. But I mean, the effect on film anyway is just absolutely incredible. So an amazing pose, an amazing paint job on the piece, and a really cool pose with the whip as well. They just knocked this one out of the park. I mean, with the base, the pose, it's absolute perfection. Could have been way higher in the top 10. Could have easily been number 1. Forget about it. There's no reason why this wouldn't be number 1. It's just my personal, choice. Tomorrow, if I did this top 10, it could be way higher up in the list. In fact, after looking at it now like this, I'm kind of kicking myself, but at least it's in the top 10. Anyway, there it is. An amazing statue by Tweeterhead. At number 5, we have the DC Direct Adam Hughes Catwoman statue. Now, this is my favorite version of Catwoman, the Adam Hughes version. There's one of his most recent pieces of art of the character right there. That comic will set you back a penny or two, but get it while you can, because last time one of these came out, or something similar to this, the Convergence cover, done by Adam Hughes again, of Catwoman, and I got it for like £40, and like recently I checked, it's like £200 now. It's crazy. You can see it's Batman Detective Comics 1000, and it is actually a Batman front cover. You can see his spread cape there, but Catwoman, Selina has burst through the image and she's like, hey. So she has stolen the show, and it's fine with me because, like I said, Adam Hughes' version of Catwoman is absolutely stunning. I love her, and it's cool to have an official piece that was actually, overseen by him, the man himself, and just amazing. What I like about this one is, of all the different Catwoman statues I have, the outfit on this one is just... they just really nailed that smooth skin type black, jet black, really shiny. And this is an old statue. This was actually secondhand. So my one, if I had got this brand new, it probably would be even shinier than this. I've done my best to clean it up for you, but just look at the shape of it, the proportions. It's absolute perfection. I love it. And it's got the, the Catwoman font from the Adam Hughes covers. And underneath, I have to remind myself what it says. Covergirls of the DC Universe Catwoman statue. Wow, they made 5,000. So there's a few of them out there, produced by DC Direct in 2009. Lovely stuff. But there it is. Very glad to have this. Took me a while to finally get one. But like I said, I had to go the second-hand route on eBay because they were just too expensive. They're probably even worse now. But if you're a big Adam Hughes Catwoman fan, it's absolutely essential. Got to be done. So there she is in the top 10, of course. I mean, just stunning. Detail on the face. And this is, 2009. It's a while ago. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, the effect of the kind of latex suit, whatever that would be, belt's really cool. Hand on the side there, the wrinkles, just all the little wrinkles, very detailed. Amazing statue. Can't stress enough, when it comes to the Adam Hughes stuff. I've got videos just showing my comics. I mean, they're all framed above the Batman collection there. And no, I didn't buy 2 of this one. This particular comic is very thick, and it wouldn't quite fit inside the frame. It was starting to buckle under the pressure and was starting to crease. So I quickly got it out of there. It was actually Justin from Justin's Collection. He came around when we did the live stream, and I told him about that, and he said, why don't you just get the front cover printed and then put that in the frame and keep the comics safe. So that's what I did, and it worked. So thank you very much, Justin, for the cool idea. But there's the rest of the Catwoman comics. You can always check out the channel, they're on there. And there she is, in the top 10. Forget about it. Amazing. Also, folks, just before we move on to the next one, I have to recommend this book. I've reviewed the book on the channel, so you can find a video on this book on my channel. But Cover Run, the DC Comics Art of Adam Hughes. Amazing book. I mean, God, the artwork in here is absolutely incredible. Gosh, it's just absolute awesomeness. Let me just, I mean, there's loads of Power Girl, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman stuff in here is incredible. But there's a whole big section all on Catwoman, and it's just amazing. At least if I flick through this, you can always pause it, I guess. Oh, there was the statue I just showed. Damn it. Hang on. There's Ruby. Yeah, there's the statue. There's probably a bit you can read about that if you want. And there's the other statues he designed as well. Oh, that Wonder Woman one's awesome. Anyway, yeah. Amazing book. Was it Cover Run? Oh, look at that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Some other Catwoman covers, Catwoman covers, Catwoman covers, Catwoman covers. Always love that one. Oh, that's one of my favorites. And some of these I don't have yet. You know, don't have that one there. That's really nice. And that one as well. And that one's awesome. That one's really cool as well. And I'm just waiting for the oh, that's an awesome one. Don't have that. Need to get that. Oh, there it is. There's number one. There she is up there. I've got all the most important ones. As far as I'm concerned, for what I like, I've got all the ones that count the most, but I'd love to have them all. You can see, you know, the different stages and stuff. But guys, seriously, if you're a Catwoman fan and you don't have this book, you have to do it. I love that cover. I have that one up there. I love this one because it kind of tells a story. I mean, I'm sure if you read about it, you can find out exactly why she's hidden on the roof like that, but I always had my own idea of what's going on there. And kind of like a setup, like she's pitted two people against each other, and, you know, they're both in her way, so she's going to let them destroy themselves, and she's just admiring her handiwork. That's how I think of it. Anyway, that's another amazing one there. Anyway, you get the gist. That's another great one. Batman sneaking up on her as she's just got home from her night of prowling. But yeah, amazing stuff. Oh, the Wonder Woman. The artwork is insane. There's one particular one. Oh, there it is. That's the one I wanted to find. I love that one of the guy in the fighter jet. He's just about to collide with Diana Prince. Anyway, you gotta get it, man. Absolutely amazing book. All right, moving on. Buy it. At number 4, we have the DC Collectibles Catwoman Bombshell statue. Absolutely incredible. I love this slightly different take on the Catwoman look. Reminds me very much of some artwork that I've got hanging in the room. Very, very similar. I mean, it's basically the same pose, just a little bit different. But here she is, man. Absolutely incredible. It's not the smallest statue in my collection, but I wish it was a little bit bigger. 1/6 scale version of this, forget about it. I'd be wanting that. That would be something I would need in my life. But this has a beautiful vibrancy to it, even though, you know, it's basically just skin tone with some black. The cat's ears being that kind of pinkish purple, and the bright green eyes, and her bright green eyes, the red lips, and the nice little touch on the nameplate on the base, just kind of take it, you know, just give it a nice kind of vibrant kind of look to it, even though, like I say, there really isn't too many different colors going on here. But it does seem like a nice vibrant statue to me. You know, obviously there's going to be way more colorful characters out there, but I think this is just flawless, man. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. And do be very careful if you're thinking of getting it. By the way, if you're thinking of getting this, prepared to be prepared to pay some cash. I mean, I can't remember how much I got it for brand new, but I got this pretty much day one. I knew I wanted it, and when it came out, I did what I needed to do, and I got me this piece. But I just looked today on the eBay, and there was only one on eBay, and it was secondhand, going for over £250. So if that's like a sign of what's going to be coming with this piece as far as how much it's going to go for, maybe get it sooner rather than later, but try and find it for a better price than that. Although I can see why it was very popular and may have sold out pretty quickly. It's absolutely stunning. Check out the photography session I did with this piece. I had a nice background behind her, like she was, well, you'll see it when you see it. I mean, it's really, really cool. The lighting was nice and special. I used different color lights and got some really, really cool angles and pictures of this piece close up, further away, all that good stuff, so you could really appreciate the detail. There are the eyes, nicely painted. Hair is nice and neat. The cat is really well done as well. Just hit that brightness for you a little bit. There you go. Maybe that's a bit too dark, but there you go. Awesome. Got all the wrinkles, curves, all that good stuff. And there she is. Got to be in the top 10. Got to be high up in the top 10, and she is. At number 3, yep, I didn't put her at number 1. Just because she's the most expensive thing in this room, and you know, one of the biggest collectibles I own, doesn't necessarily mean that she should be at number 1. So here she is at number 3. That's still pretty good though. Top 3. That's a good place for her to be. Can't believe I'm actually putting a statue this heavy on a tiny little rotating base like that. That is absolutely insane. But that rotating base is no longer working very well, so I need to get a new one. So if it does crush it, that's fine. But anyway, here is the... Oh man, it's amazing. Could have been number 1. Easy could have been number 1. Forget about it. But the rotating base is actually... Well! She wobbled and I got the scare of my life. I'm going to hold on to this thing at the base and just keep my hand on there. I just wanted to at least be able to turn it for you so you could see. But look at this thing, man. Yeah, it could have easily been number 1. I can see the comment section mainly focusing on that. Like, are you kidding me? Why is this not number 1? Yeah, very, very well could have been. But you'll see. It is a statue, and I do tend to not lose interest after a while, but when it is just stuck in the same kind of pose, although you can switch out the arms and change the look on this, and it came with like 3 heads. Where are they? There they are. Let me just I'm worried about that, so I'm afraid to look away from it. But there is one of the heads. Very, very cool. And there is another one of the heads with a nice kind of smirk on it. Check out the review I did on this, because it was nice and long. I actually managed to get a surprising amount of different poses out of this thing with the interchangeable heads, having the head facing this way, the other way, switching out both the arms and having holding up the jewels, the different colored jewels. They give you like 3 different stones, and it is absolutely, yeah, definitely worth checking out that review. Put a lot of time and effort into that one, so check out the review if you wish. Ain't seen anyone else do this pose with the whip, and I've left her in that since I finished filming the review itself. I just haven't really been, didn't want to change the pose because I actually really like the way she looks. The base is huge. I just wish it was a little bit more, the back section's fine, and I guess for balance it had to come out this way as well, but I think if it had stopped here, somehow just maybe had a plaque, like have it stop there, and then just have like a nice kind of weathered silver kind of a bronze kind of plaque that says Catwoman Arkham Knight, then that would have been awesome. It just would have made it a little bit easier to display. But let me just get in here. Seeing this thing in the daylight is really the best time to be able to appreciate the detail on her skin. At night time with the fake light, it can kind of wash it out a little bit, but believe me, man, this piece is, it's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Sorry to focus on her jubs. It's just that's where you're getting the best kind of light right now, because her face, I guess because I've got this light shining up into her face, it's kind of washing it out a little bit. But as you come down onto the chest area, you get a much more accurate sort of skin tone. She's even got a little beauty mark there, or whatever that is. What is, like a little mole or something? Crazy. That might be chocolate. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, definitely check out the review. Can't stress that enough, because she looks amazing on camera now, but she looked even better in the review because I spent a lot of time setting up the lighting, getting it just right. And well worth checking out that review. So search for it on the channel and let me know what you think. But there she is at number 3, the Prime 1 Studios Arkham Knight Catwoman. Stunning. And at number 2, I've gone with the Sideshow Collectibles Premium Format Catwoman statue, and I know a lot of you be scratching your heads wondering how this could be higher on the list than the Prime 1 piece that I just showed before it. And the answer is simply just down to the fact that it does resemble the Adam Hughes take on Catwoman quite a lot, even though it's definitely not supposed to be that, but it does remind me of the Adam Hughes look. So I have had to repaint the eyes, the eye makeup, the lips, all of the face really just needed to be touched up with paint because it was terrible out of the box. The final product, as far as the face goes, it was a real roll of the dice how bad or how acceptable your piece was going to be. So I just fixed it a little bit, got it looking nice, and gave her green eyes, nice bright red lips, and just a bit more eyeliner and eyeshadow around the eyes. The zip would not move. Let me just hit the brightness there. Still very brightly lit, even though I've turned the brightness on the phone down. It is washing her out quite a lot. Let me just see if I can fix that for you. Yeah, it's a little bit better. But she is very pale, as she should be. You know, as far as I'm concerned, if Catwoman isn't a pale brunette, you got it wrong. So, you know, I'm dreading to see what they've got up their sleeve in Hollywood for the new movies, because lately things have been, you know, doing what they've been doing. So we'll see how that turns out. But this is stunning, and I love the pose because it's one of those poses that from any angle, no matter how you've got her turned, she always looks good. Even like that, facing away from us, I still think it looks awesome. Cool cat, Isis that came with her. Base is huge, and what are you going to do? Oh yes, so the zip would not move, and I got peed off with that because I wanted to see more cleavage. Forget about it, that's what I wanted to. So I had to just wiggle the zip. I wouldn't recommend you do it because you might not be as lucky as me. I managed to get the zip to move all the way down now, which will go all the way. But yeah, she is, I've got to be careful because she is, what's the word? Is it atomically correct? Everything that you'd expect to be underneath this little bit of outfit here is there and is painted the way you'd expect it to be. So that is surprising. So they really went all the way with that, but yeah, it's all there. But it's cool because, you know, before the zip was actually done up to, I can't even, it looks like I'm trying to squeeze something. I'm not trying to squeeze anything here, guys. I'm just literally trying to get the outfit to come closer together to show you where it originally was. But I can't do it anymore. I'm kind of stuck now with the cleavage showing the way it is, but that's not a bad thing as far as I'm concerned. So there you go. That is absolutely stunning. There, number 2. Number 2. Could have been number 1. Easy. But there it is. Awesome. Just quickly, folks, before I reveal the number 1, I just wanted to give a little shout out to Alex McPhee, who sent along this tiny little Catwoman. Very, very poseable Catwoman. Extremely poseable. It's one of those just ridiculous. You can do anything you want with this thing. Superhero landings. Just crazy, crazy, crazy articulation. It is very small. It's made by Takara, I think. So just wanted to say a massive shout out to Alex McPhee for surprising me with this a good couple of months ago now. Just haven't got around to showing it on the channel yet, but there she is. Absolutely awesome. Kind of reminds me of the version from Hush, maybe? I'd have to double check the packaging, but yeah. Hey Alex, if you're watching, thank you for this cool little Catwoman figure, and definitely a nice little special addition to the collection. And I also just want to give a quick shout out to Myla Snyder for sending along this amazing Catwoman head sculpt, obviously based on Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. It was sculpted by Sean Dabbs, is it? And painted by Myla Snyder. So I'm looking forward to the Hot Toys, you know, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, if they ever actually make it. They did say they were going to do it many years ago. I'm hoping that they actually do release it. And if they do, I'm going to have this head as a spare. And I just can't wait to see it on the finished thing. I mean, Nick actually got me a Cumec Catwoman figure that this went on the body, but the body wasn't looking too good. The outfit was great, but the body wasn't working, so I decided to try and switch it onto a Firesin TB League body. Unfortunately, the combination of that outfit and that body did not work out, and just it was a complete write-off. It's pretty damn heartbreaking because, you know, for a good couple of days there, it looked absolutely incredible on the shelf. But anyway, shout out to Myla Snyder for this amazing head sculpt, which I will definitely be using and looking forward to using in the future. It's been showcased and reviewed on the channel, so if you want to see more up close, you can do that. Also, just quickly, I forgot to show you because it was all sealed up in my my drawer down here full of female figure parts. But this was the spare head that came with the premium format Catwoman over there, the one that was at number 2. This is the spare head that you get now. I actually repainted the lips on this, and it made such a difference to the overall look of the sculpt. Just making those lips more vibrant really adds something. You know, if you got the cojones to do it, I definitely recommend you do. Takes it to another level. Very subtle, but very effective. And just quickly, I know I keep showing you different things before we get to number 1. I have to say she didn't make it into the top 10 because it's literally just the head sculpt on a completely different outfit and body. But that is the Cumec Catwoman there, and it's absolutely Just a stunning head sculpt. I've reviewed this on the channel. The review did really well on that one, so check it out. Completely different boots, but she didn't make it into the top 10, but that was a really nice Catwoman figure there. But it's just the head sculpt is by Cumec. Very, very nice. Okay, at number 1, of course, I've gone with my heavily customized and kit bashed and completely reformed and reworked Sideshow Collectibles Catwoman 1/6 scale figures. Now, there's no way that I can honestly look you in the eye, even though I can't look you in the eye right now, but I would never tell you go out and get the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Catwoman, because the only reason I would recommend picking it up is to use it for parts to make something better. This is the Sideshow Collectibles body for the Catwoman figure. It's absolute garbage. I've had to glue the leg back on because I was literally holding it in my hand like this one day on camera when I was doing one of the original videos when I first got the Sideshow figure, holding it like this, and I went like that, my little finger touched the leg and it snapped off. That's how easy it was. Absolutely trash body. Awful. I just can't stress enough. I mean, they've done better with other figures that I've had in my collection. The Sideshow Freddy 1/6 scale figure is a vast improvement, as is the Jason figure. Very well done with that one too, but this was terrible. And I swapped out the bodies for Fire Sin bodies. Now that one over there I've literally just put together 2 seconds ago. I found this body with this suit that I got many years ago, and it's a very, very, very old Fire Sin body. The skin tone does not really match that head. I literally just popped that there so that you could see the battle damaged look that I put together. I did the scratches on the cheek, the blood dripping from the mouth. We'll get a close-up look at that. The makeup around the eyes is really messy, and it's just a really cool little spare head sculpt that I had from Sideshow Collectibles, and I did decide to make her look nice and battle damaged. Now this one over here is absolutely stunning. Now that is a more recent Fire Sin body with one of the first, that was the head sculpt from the first time I had a Sideshow Catwoman figure, and I added hair. You can see the hair coming underneath the mask, just like in Arkham City. I redid the makeup around the eyes, really nice and thick black, repainted the lips, and it just looks absolutely striking and stunning. And then this one over here, this was professionally repainted by the effects laboratory in Spain, and he did an amazing job on this. Look at the eyes, they're absolutely incredible. Let me just get in close. I've already covered this in depth on the channel, so you got true light reviews, proper daylight shoots, so you can really see this thing in the natural light. But he repainted the whole thing, man. The freckles, look at the way her little button nose is slightly pink, like she's been out in the cold at night. And the lips, amazing. The eye makeup, look at the eyelashes on the top of eye, the top of eyelid there, just amazing stuff. And then over here we've got the more angry sculpt, again totally repainted by the effects laboratory in Spain. Green as hell eyes, just the way they should be. Brilliant eye makeup, great job with the lipstick, and incredible job with the skin tone, the freckles, all the little blemishes. Really takes the figure to a new place. I think it was Joe Turner, as usual, with the awesome decals there. I went with the Adam Hughes comic cover kind of font for the base, and there's a white version of that. That one says Selina Kyle, this one says Catwoman, and I'm using the DX11 Heath Ledger Joker by Hot Toys. His chair is the one that Catwoman is sitting on right there. So, oh, let me give you a little close-up look at this. She looks like she hasn't got a neck, so that needs a bit of an adjustment there, maybe some blue tack. Now, I did this a long time ago. It's not great, but I just wanted to... I had quite a few spare heads. There's even more over here. So I've always got more if something goes wrong, but I think I did okay with the blood dripping from the lip. Good job with the scratches on her cheek. So it's just a nice option. You can always maybe just take this one off. And the thing around her neck, impossible to find. These used to come with, when I worked at CEX in the UK, which is a place where you can trade in your secondhand phones, games, consoles, laptops, cameras, and these little thick rubber bands used to come with Nokia chargers. And I remember when I worked there for years, I used to handle these every day, and I never thought anything of it. Sometimes I'd spend the whole day just fiddling with it around my thumb because I was bored. And then years later, I needed these desperately for these figures, and I only had like 1 or 2, and no one I knew had any. I couldn't find them on eBay. But if you can track down those little Nokia thick black rubber bands, they're really just, that's the size of them. They fit perfectly on the Fire Sin neck. So yeah, let's put this on. But it's just so damn hard to find them. But that looks awesome. There she is. She's all peed off. She's been caught by the police, or maybe Batman. I don't know. You could do all kinds of things with an aggressive looking sculpt like that. I think it looks awesome. Let me turn down the brightness. Yeah, man, that is badass. So there's no way that these particular pieces couldn't be at number one because of the posability of the Firesim body that I've used for all of these figures. Posability is absolutely limitless. Anything a human can do, these things can do, and more. So I've just had a great time posing them and doing videos over the years, and I wouldn't be without them. They're definitely serious grail pieces in the collection. Just very, very happy to have these. Oh, no head. She's got no head. Maybe this will look okay on there. Let's see. Don't know, maybe not. Yeah, it's just an old body, man. It's a very old body. It's got kind of a Simpson-esque yellowness to it, so it doesn't really work. But there you go, guys. Number one, my custom kit bashed, whatever you want to call them. I mean, they're certainly not, you know, you'd have to do a lot of work and I'd spend a fair bit of money to get them to look like this. Oh, and I have to say, this outfit here, this was made by Gwyneth on Facebook. Now, I'm actually in touch with Gwyneth at the moment about a little Michael Myers project because I believe in that woman. She's got incredible skills as a seamstress, and she did an amazing job on this cat suit based on the Adam Hughes covers again. I mean, just look at this suit, man. She made this to perfection. It's absolutely incredible. But again, I've reviewed this on the channel, covered it quite in depth. But she just did an amazing job with this cat suit. It is perfect. Absolutely dead on to the Adam Hughes look. So I'm so grateful and so happy to have this cat suit. She did an amazing job. So Gwyneth, if you're watching this, absolutely amazing job. Seriously, you absolutely killed it. All right, guys, there they are at number one. My cat. Sorry, guys, my thumb hit the wrong button and I stopped the filming. But anyway, we're at the end of the video. They are the. That looks weird. Let's just get rid of that one. So there you go. They are my figures that I would definitely put at the number one spot. No other way to do it. They had to be there. All right, let me know if you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what your top 10 would be out of those figures if you feel like it. I'd be always enjoy reading your thoughts on that. And keep an eye out on the channel for more top 10 action. And I got some cool Jackson XU custom capes on the way to review for you. Batman capes, so you can look forward to seeing that soon. And some other stuff coming up on the channel, which I won't tell you about right now, but it certainly will be a nice surprise for you guys, and looking forward to showing you some of the stuff I got in the pipeline. All right, take it easy. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and that way you'll get notifications on all the videos when they come up, and you won't miss out on any of the content. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook at DeanKnight333, and you can click the link under this video and you can become a Patreon/producer on the channel and get your names on the credits at the end of every video. All right, take it easy. See you soon. Bye-bye.